Hello everyone, welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. Last time we met all the girls in the club, and this time we will continue with the story. Hi again, April. Glad to see you didn't run away on us, ha ha ha. No, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the club. Was the last to come in. Thank you for keeping your promise, April. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if you just plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps a manga collection in the club room. She finds herself stuck between saying manika and manga. Manga is literature. Don't worry, guys. April always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? Might be a little jealous. How come? You and April can become good friends too. Sayori? Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do you do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. It's up to me. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a nice surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright, well, here. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you want it. This is. How's this girl accidentally being so cute? Me to every tsundere ever. She even picked out a book that she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Judy, thank you, I'll definitely read this. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. Look forward to hearing what you think. Monika's not... Huh. Natsuki's rummaging around the closet. She seems to be annoyed. I approach her if she needs that. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know, anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curiously, I pull it out of the stack. Jesus, talking is hard. There it is. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Buffet Girls? A series I've never heard of. It's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on that door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, I'm gonna show you exactly why. Ah. 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe. Don't just stand there. Va. If the window sills. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? Chairs wouldn't work. You can't read at the same time like that. Why is that? Guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Sorry. It's not a particularly bad thing. I opened the book. It's a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Also, I realized the cursor is still in the screen. Sorry. Maybe I should turn that off, but oh well. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? Things really happen here. About some friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be plot? Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of trauma. Like when they get into all their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it so good. There's so many touching parts. How's that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? Uah. I just mean I haven't seen you yet at your full power. Good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking. It's just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well, yeah. Why does that matter? It doesn't, I was just curious. You enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable. Haha. Definitely not a coincidence. That explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, with all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention she's really good at it. Okay, this scene is cute as heck. That face, yeah, I like it. Free down for a few more minutes. Finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this is boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. Know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. She doesn't have any friends, namely. What do you mean? Don't you share manga with your friends? Can't you not rub it in? She totally has no friends. Jeez. Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. I know these kinds of people. It's a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. But it's harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Oh yeah, sorry, I was figuring out that word, but it's except, but without the EX. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. Look, I just can't win, can I? Well, it's paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. It's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Haha. Geez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. Suddenly she starts laughing. I totally forgot that happened. Midori is my favorite character. I always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... I should not be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. Midori is... Minori, I should say, is a very generic moe name. Like, it's probably one of the most generic moe names you can come up with. Stark contrast to a usually bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience, the thought makes me smile a little. Okay everyone, are you all ready with today's poems? Oh come on, could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over here, ha ha ha. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but Monica just said. Don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Is that really alright? I said it mostly because I did not plan on using my spare time to read this. Oh, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow, so we can start the next one. If it gets bent, I'll kill you. Tomorrow? I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But it might be a necessary sacrifice. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. Stand up. Return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip it in my bag. Did you remember to write a poem? Yeah. My relaxation ends. Can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't find much inspiration since I've never really done it before. Why don't find just someone to share it with? I can't wait. Get their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of a loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook, and Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see her pristine handwriting. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? I'd say Natsuki. Told Natsuki I was interested in her poems. Yesterday, oop. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Okay, well let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinions. What's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. Remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. Want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Oh, well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha, well it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So you're saying you like it? Ugh. Ugh is a town in the Netherlands, by the way, and it's an absolute crap hole. Anyway, you don't understand anything, do you? I already told you, you don't have to go announcing it to the world you're self-important. You never actually said that. Natsuki must really hate me. Can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that you like my poem. Any case, you still need me to show me yours. Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagle can fly, people can try, but that's about it. What a fascinating poem. Absolutely amazing. Sounds like something out of a modern hip-hop song, frankly. So nonsensical is it? Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, because everything in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated. People don't take it seriously. Isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style would make your method less valid. Yes, exactly. Like it when it's easy to read but hits you hard, like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can really be disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. The other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set it up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. Helps you bring out a feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. Glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. Tried to humor with her last comment. I don't care how old everyone is. Next up, let's go to Yuri. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? Just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. It's already been several minutes. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, the specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. Having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. The The most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. End result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Of course, that's not something you can blame for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning. Hope everyone else also gives you good feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. How? Well, never mind. Shouldn't be talking about people like that. It's fine. Do you mind if I read your poem? Please do. Let's see what it will be. It's kind of funny. Isn't this supposed to... yeah, whatever. Hi, it's handwritten in a really nice handwriting. Ghost under the light. The tendrils, of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Yeah, that's a really nice poem. You can see you can see that she's experienced. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Ah. Well, I just don't read script very often. I think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. Wasn't too short. I usually write longer poem. Oh, sorry, it was too short. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's the first time, I wanted to write something a bit more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost theory? Hoo. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, April. Really? Must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experience into their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. Perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in the last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. Hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Nothing, really. But it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember, it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. For now, I'll just have to keep trying. Counting on you. Well, we've been going on for quite some time, so next episode we will show the poem to Sayori and to Monica. See you guys then.